Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. If you like our swag and want to be able to buy a t-shirt with our logo on it, then head over to our Spreadshirt website, which has a lot of things you can order on there, and you can mix and match and change colors and all sorts of things. Let me know if this is what you want and if you want other kinds of things you can buy with our logo on it, because I'm curious. Let me know. And now I thought I would switch it up a little bit by looking at a European game, because one of our fans, David, suggested that the third quarter of Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich was a great quarter for Madrid, and they scored a whole lot of points. So I wanted to go through it. And Bulls fans, you'd be also interested because Mirotic is playing for this team, and he was out there a little bit. We have a couple plays to show you to get a sense of what you're going to be in for when he comes to the Bulls, I think, next year, and certainly would make someone like Carlos Boozer pretty expendable. So we come out of halftime with Real Madrid clinging to a 1-point lead over Bayern Munich, and I wonder if anyone is prepared for the explosion that's about to follow. Real Madrid breaks right into horns using the high post entry pass with a handoff. This sends the strong side corner through. The point guard dribbles across and they get flex action on the left side, but miss Rudy wide open. The offense goes down low, but quickly gets back to a D'Antoni style pick and roll, forcing the weak side to rotate to the roll man. The problem is, both weak side defenders rotate much too far to get back. Nice extra pass, and Rudy nails the three. After a steal, they go right back to horns, choosing to pick and roll to initiate with Mirotic. This is a little different than in the US because after screening the ball, he's going to cut through to the corner to spot up. Most big men in the NBA would not do this. On the second screen and roll, notice how Bayern does not play ice, allowing Llull to use the screen. On the middle penetration, they look to get Mirotic a three in the corner. Nice shot fake, but misses the floater. All this action has collapsed the defense, however, and it allows an easy tip-in plus the foul. Out of an out-of-bounds play, they run a single double for Rudy, and he chooses the single screen on the right side. The defense decides to go over the top. Rudy flares to the corner, but their point guard cannot see this because the screener popped out. This turns into a beautiful two-man game and really good footwork by Mirotic. More bad defense by Bayern as Real Madrid attacks early with Rudy on top. Llull's man helps one pass away, opening up an easy three. Next time down, very basic motion to swing the ball. The defense gives Rudy Fernandez 4 feet of room, so he says, "Mil gracias." At this point, Rudy Fernandez is en fuego, so he isolates on the left side. Initially, the defense is positioned to take away the middle, which is terrific, but a very simple crossover makes the defender slam all his weight on his right foot. When Rudy gets to the middle of the floor, it's all over. With a 9-point lead, Rudy can get a little liberal on defense, helping one pass away and getting the steal. A big difference in Europe is throwing this looping pass on the break. I remember playing in Europe when I was in college. I'd go to stop the ball around the top of the key and watch the ball sail over my head to the cutter for the layup. Real Madrid also likes to set this double pin down screen at the free throw line, but it's defended well and there isn't much action if they can attack right away. Just like the NBA, if the shot clock runs down, they go to pick and roll. Mirotic likes to pop after screening, but Bayern needed their weak side guard to rotate over. He just stands there, and Mirotic has all the time in the world to pump fake and still nail the three. Here is a uniquely European set that I did see the Bulls run earlier in the season as they line up in a diamond shape around the key. It doesn't get them much, but it did spread out the defense to allow the offensive rebound. The big man gets away with shuffling his feet though, but gets free throws. Here's more horns by Real Madrid, but I think Rudy would have been wise to pass the ball early and get some motion. Instead, we see Mirotic with another shot fake, good jump stop, but he shuffles his feet and this time the refs catch it. This time they break into simple motion with Rudy coming across, and then a ball screen. I like how the screener then goes to set a pin down for Rudy. His man goes on the wrong side of the screen and Rudy takes advantage with the Dirk leg. Here's horns again, and here's the handoff back to the point guard with the flex action for Llull on the left side. The defense should be chasing him around the screen, but instead tries to go on the high side, is knocked down, and Llull hits the wide open triple. And another difference between Euro and the NBA, this is all the coach did to get a technical foul. Here's horns yet again, only this time they break into a sideline screen and roll, and look at this! Bayern plays ice, forcing the ball handler away from the screen. But how can the big man turn his back on the ball handler? Terrible defense, and even worse when there's no attempt to box out on the weak side and they get the putback. Real Madrid runs the double pin down again, and this time Llull passes up a shot, so does the guy in the corner, so they reset. No ice this time on the pick and roll, but watch Llull's man close out way too far with a huge jump stop, allowing middle penetration, which usually makes anybody look like an all-star. And finally, they run horns yet again with the double pick and roll out on top. It's very well defended, so Llull takes matters into his own hands with this tough three from way downtown. So there you have it, sports fans. Mirotic looks like a very good player, a terrific shooter, and has the ability to put the ball down on the floor. And if he could come into the Bulls next year, that would certainly make someone like Carlos Boozer expendable. As for the rest of the team, I'm kind of upset that I couldn't watch Sergio Rodriguez play. I guess he was injured or something. I couldn't speak Spanish and hear what the announcers were saying, but he was on the bench not playing. And man, he's my favorite player, and I want to see him back in the NBA. I don't think it's going to happen, but man, it would be great. So there you go from our EuroLeague impressions and what's going on there. It's an exciting game, and this is a pretty good level. I think that this is not quite like, NBA level, but it's pretty good. I would say somewhere in the Division I arena. So, thanks for joining us, sports fans. Check out our Spreadshirt website for some t-shirts and maybe some more. Give me some ideas in the comments, and we can produce some more swag for you guys. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?